Okay, we're back with a new number 6. Yeah.
Yes. Hello.
Hey. Right, this one. What do you say about this one?
I don't. Which one is? I was not paying
This-
attention. Which one is this?
Slap. This is supersonic. Even though it's called, is it supersonic? Yes, it is. But it has
that
nothing
helps
to do.
me not at all.
It has nothing to do with the actual supersonic. It's something to do with a wizard.
Oh,
That one,
this one.
the computer. Why? I don't understand why it's called supersonic, because he doesn't actually do anything super. And there are no.
Well, I think it's because Supersonic as a character didn't officially exist yet.
No, he did.
I mean he was a secret character.
Oh yeah, but then, but there's no excuse not to have the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what was up with that.
I mean, the Chaos Emeralds were in straight from number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And if Tails is in this, you have Supersonic. Does this like mean that when Nicole malfunctions, she gets dementia? Can you imagine what that'd be like with her Lynx mode?
Oh, that would be terrible.
It would. However, it would be funny. I don't want to see it.
No.
Because the only place you can get expensive electronic parts is in Robotropolis.
Well, yeah.
And you'd think they'd have a supply
What are they
of those.
building all these for anyway?
Hmm?
What are all these? Oh, it's kind of a dumb question. Never mind.
What are all these robots building
What
for?
what are all the
chips.
robot part? What are all the computer parts they're building for?
Yeah, it's a little known invention called computers.
Yeah, that's why I said it was a dumb question.
Yeah, it was. Incredibly dumb question. You know, robotic computers, it's kind of a big thing.
Shut up.
Oh, I love those machines. I got like a little toy out of a Happy Meal that had them in.
Oh, that's cool.
Not,
Of
I say a toy. It's just a little plastic thing with their engraving.
That's
on it.
like of all the SatAM things they could have made into a toy, they made those.
Yeah, not the SWATbots, those things. They're only in like this season.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Gamma. He's back again.
H.
Well, I thought Robians were supposed to be working the factories.
Are you asking questions again?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do logic. This is actually the worst enacted plan to get stuff out of a factory I've ever seen out of these guys.
I don't see why they didn't send the super fast guy in.
Because he always has to cause a distraction to have the other guys go in.
Yeah.
That seems to be their modus operandi. Sonic runs in, does a load of stuff to grab their attention, they chase him, they go in and plant the stuff.
Yeah.
However, that goes wrong so many times, you'd think they'd think of something else.
No. No.
We shall
can't
never
change
try
the
anything
plan.
new. And this always confused me. The Forbidden Zone is like in Robotropolis.
Yeah, it's just there.
It's just like a big area.
And it's like, since... spoilers if you haven't seen this. Lazar's so old, wouldn't it have been in Mobotropolis too, and wouldn't Sally know what it is?
Well, she was pretty young.
Yeah, but
Robotnik
you'd
took
think it would
over
be
a bit.
common knowledge that there's this giant wasteland in the middle of the city.
Yeah. Oh,
With
is it
this guy?
Oh, this guy. It's the Guardian. Don't get my hopes up for Knuckles in this show. At least not until the comic. I'm more of a opinion that the Forbidden Zone wasn't exactly in the original Mobotropolis, but Robotropolis expanded to engulf it.
Oh, that's possible.
That makes more sense to me. Rather than, King Acorn tolerating this like lovely paradise and then this great big black smear.
Yeah. Oh, Nicole was laptop sized there.
Oh yeah. Oh, does she have mass compression like Transformers?
She's expanding!
Maybe they have different versions of her.
Well, they don't, but that would be cool. Oh, look at all that writing.
Oh, that lovely alien language. And I love how Robotnik is trying to be Dr. Claw. And then they show his face, and it ruins the whole effect.
Well, it's like, we all know what he looks like.
I know.
So. His face kind of melted there.
Suddenly I'm reminded of that really, really, really creepy Australian ice cream advert.
Oh, that one's beautiful.
Yeah. If you don't know what that is, people, seriously, go look it up. Sonic Ice Cream Australian. It is gorgeous.
If you're easily scared, you might want to not.
Yeah, you'll never look at Sonic quite the same way again.
Oh, the editing on this scene is really strange.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they just zoomed into the screen.
I think they might have animated it as one long shot, and then they
expanded it in Adobe Premiere, because I've done that occasionally.
I think they did that.
Yeah. The show is the best animated out of the whole lot, but it doesn't mean it's perfect.
That. Well, actually, the OVA is better, but
yeah. Well, yes, actually, yes. The OVA is the best animated, however, it has the worst story.
Yeah.
No, Avengers has the worst story. You know what I like to think? I like to think that there's nothing actually under that robe, and it's just the mask talking.
That's cool. I am down for that. I'm really low energy today.
You just got up.
Oh, you just got up.
Oh, I just got up, yeah. I forget the times. I'm full of energy, and I just got up. The palace that looks like a crab. Or a fish or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is the thing with this, with Robotnik in this. I mean, he is just self-described evil.
Mm-hmm. Is his heart
seems
actually metallic or not? I want to know. Is his heart actually metallic?
Does he? There's a scene in a later episode that proves he doesn't have one, along
That's
with
not
5
true.
Adam's apples.
Oh no!
Release the Kraken. What's in it?
Thus ended Steve the SWAT butt.
He had only 2 days left till retirement.
Unfortunately, retirement was being destroyed.
Melted down, recycled. So he actually kind
Oh
of
my
went
god,
on a
he's
high note.
flattened.
Although technically, a SWAT bot wouldn't have any sort of morality at all to judge.
Mm-hmm.
It'll slam shut for a good person, and it slams shut for a neutral. So only evil people can come in and out of that gate.
I guess.
Could you imagine if you thought yourself good and you passed by and nothing happened? That would be such an ego drainer. You want to go home and rethink your life.
Here's another nice mess. Which way? What's a hedgehog to do? Do I want to
And it turns out Lazar is just a long-bearded Merlin-type Yoda person.
Deep sigh.
Yeah, that was kind of depressing. I'm surprised his place didn't actually try and destroy him, now he's become good.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that would be kind of cool if they ever brought Lazar back.
Well, I get the feeling they're going to do something like that in that comic, eventually, when he gets back up and running and all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, which comic? What?
You know, season with the free.
Yeah.
And seriously, people, we recommend saying it.
Yeah, it's like, I thought you were talking about Archie. I'm like, what?
Oh god, no.
That would be weird.
Ugh, Ian's not going to do that.
It's like, hey, all 5 of you that remember Lazar.
According to that comic, I can't say season 3 on it. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's a Chaos Emerald. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
How is Czar supposed to get around his own place?
Pure evil.
Pure evil is immune to a spiked ball in the face.
Yes.
Just bounces off.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Robotnik get impaled by spikes? No. Point taken.
Oh god, this place is so poor maintenance. Then again, Sonic could have just backed up and leapt over all that, now that I think about it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as much fun. Rotor is tiny.
Still, he looks better than he does in Season 2.
True.
And since that hammer is red, I imagine it making a squeaky noise whenever she uses it.
Is it just me or does everyone look weird in this episode?
A bit. They do seem slightly off-model. Not too much.
Usual.
Ah, no. The champion of going off-model for the sake of animation is Sonic Underground.
For the sake of animation? What do you...
No, I mean for the sake of, like,
For not giving a shit?
Well, no, I mean, like, for the sake of a scene, they tend to go off-model just a little too much.
Mm.
Here, they're relatively consistent.
There's a very eloquent Chaos Emerald.
You got to seize already? Well, that's kind of a limited range, isn't
Like,
it?
it's like 2 pages of spells, that's all it's got.
You got to I mean, the only thing were amulets. Can't you figure out something else beginning with A for a spell?
Oh, let's see. Amulets,
Oh, wait.
Amulets.
Actually, no, now I say about him, he reminds me of those troll things that were popular in the 90s. With Yoda's voice.
Yes.
There's only 2 for every entry.
Oh, 3.
Well,
It's a freaking 20-minute cartoon. They don't have time for everything.
oh yeah, alright. I'm just gonna say it's the abridged appendix.
Yeah.
Ooh, goddamn magic technology.
I love her little waddle backwards.
And that Swapbot's sure taking his sweet time. Oh, no, now he's running.
How did you do this, Robotnik?
With that chicken on his shoulder.
Found Lazar's computer, didn't you?
He's so happy.
Wouldn't you be?
If I was Robotnik,
Yeah.
that would be very disturbing.
That's your kidnapping women. Actually,
Here's
this
the
scene
right
has suddenly
color.
become a lot more creepy.
What the heck happened? Bunny, run! Run! Bunny, just go!
Sally is smiling. God damn it.
Bunny, you're so useless.
She tried.
Yeah.
They both kind of were a bit of a pushover in this episode for convenience sake. Not the static cling!
Robotnik has been rubbing me up and down with this fairy carpet. I cannot touch anything metal now. Apparently he is also an elf.
Yes.
Elves exist in Sonic canon.
Never
There,
Robotnik's
it's been
an elf.
proven. He's an elf. Elves exist. Sonic exists in Lord of the Rings.
I think you're pushing it, man.
Come on, I want to see a Sonic and the Hobbit crossover.
No.
Come on.
Nobody wants to see that except you.
Even I only want to see that for the lols. Then again, Smog versus Dulcie. Come on.
They'd get to Mount Doom a lot faster if Sonic was involved.
They'd get to Mount Doom a lot faster if they just used the frickin' eagles!
I'm just seeing the eagle from Soliana in Sonic 06.
Can you stand up that straight if you have a hunchback?
I don't know.
I didn't want to mention it because I might be ignorant on the subject, but I thought the fact you had a hunchback meant you had to hunch.
Maybe he's wearing a backpack.
Maybe that's just really padded clothing. I don't know. I think the crystal itself is just intact, and the computer is what's helping it store magic.
No, yeah.
I await your orders, sir.
Don't worry, you shall join her. Brains you have, brains you shall use.
Are you sure about that?
This is Sonic the Hedgehog we're talking about. He's never exactly been renowned for a genius here.
Yeah.
This isn't really brains, more using ingenuity and being, relatively quick.
That's brains.
I suppose.
He thinks on his feet.
But he's always done that.
Yeah.
Just faster.
Yeah.
So Lazar's like, I want you to do that, but infinitely slower.
Yeah.
Can I help you, Dr. Robotnik?
Yeah, now this is... He kidnaps women and now he brainwashes them. This has gone from relatively creepy to super creepy.
Yeah.
Why do you not use these before?
All the time.
And how many of these can you make? What are the spikes on?
Well, that was easy.
Sal, Bunny, what are you guys doing here?
Maybe the computer alerts him when he comes in range.
Hey, what's going on?
I have you at last.
What'd you do to them, Robotnik?
I made them obedient. Perhaps I should
Why would a robot need seed?
starting with you.
Stop asking
I'm
questions.
sorry, my brain is logic centered.
Sal, it's me, your best friend, your best bud.
Yeah, this isn't exactly a very riveting, exciting episode. It's pretty fillerish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Excuse me. There's not a lot going on.
You pretty much tell where it's going.
Yeah, he's gonna grab the thing, etc., etc., etc.
And suddenly they're outside?
No, it's it's a big room.
Security. Intruder alert.
Oh, this is a lab.
Up to you, little thief.
You remembered what the belt looked like, so you're able to use the what? It doesn't even have the same controls.
Maybe it was supposed to in the script and they just messed up in art design.
Well, didn't they view the episode before they sent it out, going, "Hey, they're supposed to have the same controls"?
They miss a lot.
I would have thought reviewing the episode before sending it out to air would have been essential.
Well, they might do that and then we don't have time to fix the models in every shot.
And it's like, oh, well, it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
It's a nitpick.
Yeah.
Can I make a little suggestion? We're all ears, Bunny.
It's funny because she's a rabbit and she's got big ears.
Yeah, and she's called Bunny. Rabots. It's funny. Laugh. Laugh.
Why aren't you laughing?
Despise that miserable hedgehog.
Robonic's angry here, but he's not exactly screaming with rage either.
He's like, well, this probably wouldn't have worked anyway.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
This
well.
was like a mildly entertaining afternoon for him.
More or less. And again, the computer could have made him a god. He comes across stuff like that before. Oh, hang on. There's this scene here that really just makes me laugh because that gate crushes anyone who's good now, right?
Yeah, Lazar's lying through his teeth. No.
Yeah, he goes in, and then it smashes shut. And I always like to think, oh, it crushed him.
Your speed I return.
Hooray!
Luck to you, son.
Like, yeah, he's good now, so he goes in through his own gate, and... BAM! They're dead. And because he's dead, the whole place just shrinks into a thing there.
Yeah.
Music to my ears.
And as for this magic, well, that's just the after effects of his destruction.
Hooray!
Oh, no, and this last
I
scene...
do-
This last scene is just like... Is this just a dig at natural resource energy because they spent all this time just to get a light bulb working?
I disagree. I really like the ending of this episode. Because it shows how hard they have to work for everything.
To me, it kind of shows that, you know, you need massive effort just to get the small amount of energy out of natural resources.